As usual, I'm recording in case I royally screw this up. There is no good place to set up my tripod without getting glare. So, went to all the trouble making these trees, and now this is happening. I have to do it. Oh, that is a bit thicker than I wanted. I'm gonna have to try and thin that eye. See, I was using cotton, but that's what I was looking for, that. So just kind of, and then maybe a bit of smearing. I don't know. I'm probably gonna have to go over this with darker gray to fix this. Oh wait, well now we're starting it. Okay, that's what I'm trying to get. Like it's supposed to be fog, but yeah, I had way too much paint on the brush. Well, brush. If this winds up being a painting that you own, I apologize for any bits of cotton ball. Okay, so maybe just do like a few dabs here and there. And then like, oh, that is still too dark. Maybe flip it over and use the other side. Wait, fog doesn't, I don't know. This is looking more like, oh, I don't want to say the S word, than fog. I may have to make this the S word instead of fog. Oh, that is really too dark. Okay, flip it over. Oh, that is still too dark. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go over this with another shade of gray just to tone down all of the white that we're putting down. And it's drying way quicker than I really wanted it to. The great thing about painting is that there are no mistakes. According to Bob Ross anyway, there are only happy little accidents. There are accidents all over this. This was supposed to be fog. Like, well. Note to self, cotton balls do not work as well as you would think for a fog effect. Sorry about the camera angle. It's supposed to be fog. Which is why I was so unhappy that I was going to have to almost obliterate all of my pretty trees. My happy little trees. Okay, this may have to be the thing that we pray does not happen anytime soon. Because I'm not sure I can make it register as fog. Well, what we can do, here's what we can do. I know this is going to be long, and I'm sorry, and I really wish that I could find an angle for my tripod. But I'm sitting at the table, and if I put it on either side of where I'm sitting, there's going to be camera glare. Okay, so I'm putting some darker gray in here. Now, the idea is not to get one even color. You want kind of a, well, I don't really want it that dark. So let's see if we can't smoosh it into a lighter area. Might need a new cotton ball at this point. And then, okay, that's just blobs of paint. Maybe don't make it a straight line. Just kind of, okay, now we're getting somewhere. Okay. It might still come across as the thing that happens in winter. You can tell I'm Minnesotan because I don't like saying the word. Okay. So, if this happens to you, no linear lines, and definitely, and yes, I'm putting it over the grass. This is fog that I'm trying to mimic here. Okay. Now, I'm not going to make this a super long video, but you can see the difference between where I started, and yes, I'm going to have to go into the grass. Let me pull the fog down into the grass a bit. When you have shaky hands, like bad wrists, this stuff is actually really easy. You just kind of let your hands do what they normally do. And then there. So that's what it looks like before you add the gray. I might leave the swirls for like wind, but that's definitely getting covered up. So yes, that's how I'm doing my fog effect. It's all about layering color. And as you can see, again, I didn't blend too terribly much because that would have given me one even color. And is fog really one even color? It's not. So now you see that horrible little snowball looking thing I had? If you're trying to get a snowball, well, cotton ball is how you do it. But I was not trying to get a snowball. I was trying to have fog. So now when you do fog, you kind of want to have, I sound like I know what I'm doing. I did kind of a line here because fog kind of drifts a bit. Oh, we're at 8 minutes. I'm sorry. Not an even line. Got to get it up and down. Kind of in a natural kind of pattern. And it's this, like I said, this really kills me because I spent a lot of time on those branches. And I just covered them up. Oh, this is a straight line. I need to break that up. Okay, might need to... Your hands will get totally wrecked, just in case you didn't. Alrighty, okay, I'm gonna have to dip in because we've got too linear of a... Now, when you're calculating how much paint to put in your bin, keep in mind that this cotton ball is going to soak some of it up. So, kind of keep the little swirly line there. Just kind of remove some of the white because then it'll look like winter, and it's not meant to look like winter. It's actually meant to look like Minnesota spring, which has lots of, oh, that had a lot of white. So I'll dab a bit of dark gray and fix that. So it's meant to look like Minnesota spring, which has a lot of fog, if you don't live here and you don't know. So, and even the areas that we've already done, if you don't do this little dabby thing, it'll look like the fog just ends. And the reason that it's all gray in the background is because it's foggy. So we want to extend the little puffy bits up here as well. Probably should have done the fog first instead of doing a flat bit of color gray, but I knew that the fog needed to cover the trees a bit. Now, if you're not good at trees, you can cover them up way more than I did. Well, I mean, I'm not super great at trees either, but if you're not happy with your trees, if they're not happy little trees, then you can totally cover them with fog. And I kind of like that little thing there, but I don't like the color because then it looks like snow. So we're gonna, and of course, happy little accident, happy little accident, happy little accident. Just go with it. I really don't like that. Okay. Really might need another cotton ball. And yeah, I use cotton balls and Q-tips. In my art. And that looks like a heart. That's not what I meant to do. Well, I'm going to add some clouds and call the video here because it's 11 minutes long and nobody's going to watch that. So, here's hoping that this might have helped somebody somewhere.